Hello, as I've bought this Flying Scotsman, these two carriages and this turbo motive, I've got nowhere to store them because I've actually run out of room. I'm going to quickly show you where I've decided I'm going to build an extra shelf. It's going to go in my stairwell just along here, on this edge bit along here. I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. First of all, I've got to measure it, and it's roughly about 145 centimetres. Okay, let's measure at 144 just in case. That's 144. So that's 144. Then I'll cut this. Okay, I've come outside so I can cut this. Like so. Okay, just quickly to show you, see, I have cut it to the right length, so that's basically what it's going to look like, plus I can have a track and my Locos and Carriages on it. This is what I've done so far. I put the bracket like that, then with a pencil I made a little mark on the wall, and then I made a little pre-hole there with my drill. Now I'm going to put this drill, this bracket, I'm going to put it like that. So it should look like something like that. Right, I've just done 1, 2 and 3, like how I showed you the first time. Now I'm going to do the fourth one right at the end. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, so you can see quite the fourth one. There you go, all the way down here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now to put the piece of wood on, not sure which way I should do it. It is slightly bending. Don't know if you can actually see that. If I screw it down, it should like just make it less bouncy. Maybe if I do it, I don't know. Maybe if I do it that way, perhaps. Yeah. Okay. Just suddenly realised something. Got myself into a bit of a predicament at this end because I can't fit 2 screws in there because I won't be able to reach both screws. I might just be able to get 1 screw in that end, but see, if I took them 2 bolts out, so I could then fit 2 screws in there, but then how I wouldn't be able to get to that screw just there at the top there. Just lift the camera. You see, this piece of wood is in front of that screw there, so I could either, so I took, as I said, if I took these 2 screws off, so I could put 2 screws underneath, and I wouldn't be able to get to that screw there. So I think I only have 1 screw on this piece end here. I think that's how I'm going to do it. So I'll just have to somehow get underneath and put 1 screw underneath. Actually, what I thought I'd do before I put the shelf up, I've fixed the track to the piece of wood. I was laying, it's not actually fixed on there properly yet. I've got to like nail it or screw it or something. But as you can see, there's still this bit at the end, a bit of a gap. So I know what I've got to do, fit this bit on and then cut it off just to make that extra bit, or unless I might have something to fit on there already. Let me go and have a look. Hang on 1 second. Now I was going to cut this piece of track to length like that, but I've just found, remembered, I've got these two bits of track here which seems to fit the gap. So what I'm going to do is use one of them to fill that gap so I don't have to cut that long bit. So that's now a spare straight. I can use that bit instead. So that's what I'm going to do. Right, what I have done, I managed to screw, well, use some track pins so it won't fall off. And a couple of screws, doesn't fall off. So all I've got to do now is to fit it onto those brackets. And also this extra piece, I found that extra track as well. I've got to add an extra bit of short track on the end there just to fill that gap bit, but I'll do that for next time. This is just use this bit up really. This is the main project for tonight. That's the first screw in just there. Just do the second screw. Now do the other screws. Just do the third and fourth screw. Just tighten them up. I think you get the idea. Well, that's it, I've finished now, and I did manage to get that corner screw in right there, but it was a bit of an angle, so it is in. So what's missing now? All I've got to do now is the two locomotives and the two carriages, what I put it up there in the first place for. There you go, the finished product. The turbomotive, a corridor carriage, a restaurant carriage, and the Flying Scotsman right at the end. So what do you think? Okay, I'll tell you the prices really quick. Now this piece of wood, which was originally one length, which I cut so it would make it fit, so imagine like this was right at the end, but it is quite very long, over 2 meters long. This was $5.35. The 4 brackets, this packet of brackets was £2. And this packet of self-tapping screws, there's 20 in, so there's 4 of them brackets in there, and there's 20 of them screws in there, also £2. And I think I was charged £2 for VAT, so the total was $11.35 anyway. And this track, which I got from Buxton Railworks, obviously in Buxton, 6 pieces of track, which he charged me £2 for each. So there's 1 bit of track on there and 2 bits of track on here, so £2 each, and it was £6, so pretty cheap really, all under £20. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy my little shelf building thing, whatever you want to call it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you, bye.